Hey, what's going on guys? JoltsDude139 here and we're back with another OP8 raid guide. Fishes. And anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take on Crawmerax today, and this is the final guy for the raid guide series for Salvador. And the reason we're taking him on is because he is a decently fast kill. I mean, 2 minutes isn't very long compared to like 7 when you're facing Master Key and all that crap. So, like I said, that's kind of why we're not doing him. So. And you get a decent treasure room afterwards, which is very nice because this game kind of lacks very good treasure rooms besides the Captain Scarlet treasure room, the Lost Treasure one. And I'm getting off topic, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to be using Salvador. Let's go over the setup real fast. So first off, we have the Confidence Call. This is our main damaging weapon. Actually, this is our only weapons. Shock is his best element. You can use, I believe it is Fire too, but he resists it on his armor plates, so Shock is actually the best element to use on him. And we're going to go ahead and use a Slag Confidence Call because it's very fast at applying slag over and over, and since he is a raid boss, he washes it off very fast, so we need to keep applying it. If you're going to be using the Grog Nozzle or something like that, the projectiles take forever to get to him because they're very slow, and it's not very good, and you really don't need to heal for this fight because you're never going to really get hit, so that's why we have that. And then we have the B for the amp damage. Now, I have my volume set to pretty low, so the amp sound is going to be very, very loud. Because if you didn't know, the amp sound in the game doesn't actually change with these settings. So if I bump this all the way up, it's going to be the same. So, apologies in advance about that. So, it might get a little loud, but I'm going to go ahead and yell over it so you guys can hear me. So, the fast ball for an overkill bonus off the little minions. The Bone of the Ancients for shock damage, and a good monk for the money shot bonus. And we're not using Evil because he has a very small crit spot, and if you shoot it, it's just going to knock off his arm and you won't have the crit anymore. So it really isn't needed. Reload speed's a little bit more important. So here's the spec. So first off, we have the fire rate. The weapon swap speed isn't important, but the critical hit damage kind of helps. But these two skills are useless, so we needed to spec into something to move down the skill tree, so that's why I chose that. Money shot for the extra damage, divergent likeness for the extra damage. This is in case you go on a fight for your life. We're not going to be getting very many kill skills, so that's why we don't need that. Keep it pipping, wink wink, not piping, pipping. I'm sorry guys, I just like that. I just like to do stuff like that sometimes where I just throw you off with some of my weird vocab. So anyways, yeah, keep it piping hot for the gun damage and grenade damage. No killing overkill for the extra damage, always nice. Filled to the brim for the magazine size. Now it's important to have a mag size of 12 for a full money shot bonus. It says on the money shot skill you need 10, but it is actually 12 for a full bonus. It's a typo. Plus we don't want inconceivable because that makes it very hard to get down to the money shot. All the reflexes for reload speed. Last longer for gun circuit duration. For extra accuracy, this is for cooldown. It's important for this fight. We're not going to be getting any kills, so we don't need that. Double your fun for the 2 grenades, making it easier to get a nice overkill bonus. Get some for cooldown on our gun circ. Keep firing for the extra fire rate and reload speed. Insight for extra movement speed and reload speed. Asbestos for extra negative status duration effects. And also Ain't Got Time to Bleed for the extra regen. And then no battle strength. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the fight. Okay, so let's go ahead and take on Craw. So first off, we're going to shoot off one shot to get our lock and loaded skill going for the extra fire rate. So let's go ahead and do that now. And then go ahead and spawn him in. There's the little jerk. And we're going to take him out pretty easily. So first off, let's go ahead and reload and then gun circ. And then go ahead and shoot at him. And it's going to get loud, so apologies in advance. Wait for him to come back up. There we go, that's his first phase. You're going to shoot his little acid blobs. Not a big deal because we have our alkaline resistance B. And then what you want to do here is go ahead and drop one weapon and then pick it back up, or you can unequip it and then re-equip it. It really doesn't matter. Just do that so that you can end your gun circ, because you aren't going to need it. So we'll go ahead and just jump in circles here around the arena and basically ignore these enemies, because if you keep killing them off, on the 3rd time he comes up, the savages will spawn in, and savages have guns and they will shoot you and break your B shield, and you don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep him around and take up enemy cap, and then that'll make it easier for us. So he's gonna be coming up pretty quick here, so we'll go ahead and shoot off a shot, get ready for a lock and loaded skill and get an overkill bonus off one of these craboids. There we go. Reload, and there he is. And we'll go ahead and shoot him off again. And there we go. There's his next phase pretty easily done. Pick up our gun and keep running in circles. And now another trick you can do here is keep jumping, and you can see here if you keep jumping, the enemies are going to lose their AI and just not know what's going on. And it's just a little trick that is pretty useful for melee-based enemies, which is pretty much all the enemies in this arena. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and just keep running around in circles and wait for our gunsight to come back. There it is. So it's not a very difficult fight. You just kind of have to learn the timing of when Craw comes back up, which is kind of hard to explain. You just kind of got to know. You got to have a gut feeling for it. So that guy almost had me. We'll shoot up a shot. Get an overkill bonus off of him. Reload. There he is. And we'll go ahead and wreck him up. There we go. He tapped us. That's probably the first hit he had on us. And our gunsight. There we go. Because if you didn't know, if you have one gun in your inventory, you cannot gunsight because you need at least two. So that's why the gunsight ends when you do that. And we'll go ahead and keep jumping here. Actually, we'll stay on the ground for a minute, have him come a little bit closer because it might be hard to hit him long range. So there we go. We'll just keep running here, and yeah, it's a pretty boring fight, I won't lie, but you get a very good treasure room, so that's why I wanted to include it. So now that guy can hit us because he's flying. He's not a melee-based enemy, so yeah, he already hit us. Not a big deal. We can go ahead and go over here. And you also want to shoot upwards because if you shoot down, the cross pellets will actually hit the guys on the ground. And those guys will get pissed off at you and just come running at you, as you can see there. So we don't want that. Let's go ahead and get away from him. And Craw usually does not drop anything good. I've killed him probably around 100, maybe 200 times, and he's never dropped a legendary or anything. So it's not really worth checking the loot if he drops anything. So, and now we gotta be quick here because these guys are coming out the door and they will actually hurt us. So we'll go ahead and ignore them. Get out of there. There we go. And yeah, that's the fight. So if you want to download this tape yourself, it will be in the description in PC format. And if you want to use it on Xbox or PS3, you will have to convert the save. It's not too hard to do. I will link Mac's tutorial down there too if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, also I just forgot to mention, I almost forgot to mention, down in the description will be a Strawpoll. You guys can go ahead and vote for what character I'm going to do next for these raid guides. And if the Strawpoll isn't down there, if you're watching this later or something like that, that is because I've already decided on who I'm going to do or have already done guides for another character. So apologies in advance again in case that happens. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've had a lot of fun making these raid guides and I hope you have too. So anyway, this is JoltsDude139. And if you guys enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like because that'd be epic. And I will catch you guys later. Peace out.